All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's call this meeting to order at 4 p.m. Regular meeting of the Board of Directors of the 29 Palms Water District, March 25th, 2026 at 4 p.m. This meeting may be viewed on the district's website at www.29palmswater.net. The board reserves the right to discuss only or take action on any item on the agenda. Call of order and roll call.
Director Arthur?
Present.
Director Bowden?
Here.
Director Coghill?
Here.
Director Leeser?
Here.
And Director Woods is absent.
Yeah, she's on vacation. Please make sure your cell phones are on silent.
Talking to me.
And Director Bowden, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please, sir?
I will. Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Larry. Cindy, are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
There are none.
Thank you. Public comments. Please complete a request to be heard form prior to the start of the meeting. Public may address the board for 3 minutes on district-related matters. Government code prohibits the board from taking action on matters that are not on the agenda. However, the board may refer to matters for future consideration. I'm assuming there are no public comments since there's nobody in the audience. Moving right along. Item 1, consideration of resolution 2604, intention to continue currently existing water availability assessments of the 29 Palms Water District in the upcoming fiscal year 26-27. John Ladder.
Good afternoon, Board President and members of the board. Before the board this afternoon is the annual intention to continue the current water availability assessment for the district's upcoming fiscal year 2026-2027. The current charges are $30 per parcel less than 1 acre. Parcels over 1 acre are $30. 2 acres to 5 acres are $30 plus $8 per additional acre. And after the 5th acre, it's the $30, the $8 to the 5th acre, and $7.50 per acre, with a maximum parcel charge of $1,200 for the water availability assessment. Again, this afternoon is only the intention, which will be brought back in the June meeting for final adoption. The water availability funds are to help with capital improvement projects, maintain associated costs with the distribution and treatment systems, and also operational costs. The assessment is approximately $592,000 this fiscal year. With there being a max of that $1,200, there's 4 parcels that pay currently the $1,200. So we're looking to have an open discussion, but staff is looking to approve resolution 2604. But open it up for discussion.
Any discussion? Michael, start with you. Any discussion?
No,
Okay.
done this before.
Yes. Larry, comments, questions?
None. Thank you.
I'm going to assume that this is like it has been in past years. If anything changes, we have to do the 218.
Yeah, one of the reasons why water availability doesn't usually change is then you're going through the whole Prop 218 notice, and now you're going on a vote to change your water availability assessment. It's really hard, once you have one in place, to change your water availability assessment. So, yeah, currently, the intention is to keep the existing for fiscal year 26-27.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to accept and approve.
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Director Arthur?
Aye.
Director Bowden?
Aye.
Director Leeser?
Aye.
Director Coghill?
Yes.
And Director Woods is absent.
Okay. Item 2, consider approval of resolution 2605, adopting a revised organizational chart and job description for an exempt position. Open for discussion. John.
Today before you is Resolution 2605, adopting the revised chart and the job description for the Director of Operations. After consensus from the board in the February meeting, the direction from staff was to go ahead and change the the district's organizational chart, and also before you is the job description for the Director of Operations. The main focus of the Director of Operations will be on the district's outside operations, including helping assist the General Manager with management level employment decisions for vacancies, vacant positions. So after this discussion again, staff would be looking to make the recommendation to approve Resolution 2605 with the organizational chart changes and the job description changes. Open it up for discussion.
Director Leeser, I'll start with you.
Is this ready to go now if we approve it tonight, or is this directing you to staff to do a final?
No, this is fine.
Okay, this is final?
Yes, with the
No.
resolution in place.
Yep.
Director Arthur,
Nothing.
Nothing.
Director Bowden,
We good to go?
same here. Cindy, roll call vote, please.
We need a motion and
Yep.
a second.
I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion.
Get ahead of myself, sorry.
I'll second.
Okay, now.
And Director Arthur,
Aye.
Director Bowden,
Aye.
Director Leeser,
Aye.
Director Coghill,
Yes.
and Director Woods is absent.
Item 3, approve directors to attend the CSDA Annual Conference and Exhibitor Showcase. It's August 24th, 2026 through August 27th, 2026, and provide the daily meeting stipend.
California Special Districts Association Annual Conference is this year in Palm Desert, again through August 24th through the 27th. The CSDA conferences have been extremely beneficial for the board members and staff in efforts to be more transparent and the growth of the organization. Last year's keynote speakers were amazing up in Monterey. Being the main keynote speaker was Joe Theismann. It was a really good conference for all that attended.
Awesome.
Staff is looking just to have the discussion about the special district conference and then approve maybe the whole board to go, and then we'll get together and figure out the conference schedule and get hotel rooms and everything. So we're also approving the daily stipends to attend the conference. So before you, it's a discussion item, and then vote on the annual conference.
Director Bowden?
Palm Desert in August?
Yeah.
That's my
But,
only
but it is inside of an air-conditioned building, I'll tell you that.
I thought it was very beneficial to me last year, but it wasn't in Palm Desert in August.
No seals.
Director Woods has not had the opportunity to come. I know if she is willing to attend in Palm Desert, I'd be glad to go down there. But again, I think what we normally do is we try to get everybody to get approved, make sure we can make the conference date, and then we'll set up the schedule for everybody, or the only ones that can participate. So today we'd be looking for kind of getting approval for everyone to participate.
That way Cindy can work her magic. Director Arthur?
I always think these are great. I always learn something new, if not several things new, everyone I go to. My only concern is that Director Woods won't be able to go because they published the school calendar this week, and the school will be well underway. That's just all I have to say on it.
Director Leeser, comments other than coffee?
Are we early enough to get the good rates and get locked in, or?
Yes, they actually sent, what prompted this, because we usually wait for, I think, April to put it on the schedule, but this year they've already sent it out in the newsletter saying, book now.
Yeah, I
and
think
get
the sooner
hotel
we can, the
room,
better
so
off we are all
I'm
the way
already registered
around.
and have my room set.
they-
And we won't be out in the North 40 on the wings of the hotel.
Correct.
So that's all I had. I think it's a great conference. I think we need to do it.
I agree with my fellow directors. It's very valuable, very transparent. We always learn something from it. I'm all in favor of it. So need a motion and a second, and then we'll be all in favor.
I'll make a motion.
For all board members to
All
go,
of them.
unless Amy has scheduling conflicts. I'd second.
Yep.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, let's do that. Thank you. Item 4, 2026 Local Agency Formation Commission, LAFCO, updates, discussion item.
So today before you, the Local Agency Formation Commission, which is LAFCO of San Bernardino County, is an independent regulatory agency responsible for managing city boundaries and special districts throughout the county of San Bernardino. The district and San Bernardino LAFCO work closely together on a service review assessment of the region, including the district. And we also work really close with LAFCO on annexation projects that come forth through the district. LAFCO consists of 7 members, 2 county supervisors, 2 city council members, 2 special district members, and 1 public member. In January, LAFCO opened nomination period for the position of regular special district member and alternate special district member. And through that nomination period, there was 1 nominee per seat. They are the 2 incumbents, so Mr. Stephen Farrell of Crestline Village Water District was nominated for the regular special district's chair, and Mr. Kevin Kinsley was the Cucamonga Valley Water District nominee for the alternate special member. Both are going to be sworn in on May 20th, 2026. The second letter in the attachment or in the staff report is a notice of vacancy for the public member of the commission, which currently is held by a 29 Palms resident, Mr. Jim Bagley. Right now, I just wanted to bring both these discussions, as LAFCO has been very important to us in annexations, service reports that we do through LAFCO. And I did reach out to Mr. Bagley. He does plan on going for that public seat again.
Good.
So the public member seat. So today before you, this is a discussion item on LAFCO, and if you guys have any questions on LAFCO and what we do with them, I'd be glad to answer, or any discussions on the staff report. I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update on some LAFCO information.
Comments, criticisms,
Was this-
suggestions?
Pretty much just an update of office changes and stuff and the vacancy.
Yeah, so, and
There's no actual LAFCO activity focused on 29 Palms right now again, is there?
not currently until we initiate our annexation that could be initiated in the next month or 2 for our reservoir into our area.
At the edge, yeah, okay.
Interesting, though, that we're talking about an annexation because recently there is a big project just northeast of 29 Palms that drilled wells that have some structures out there that are planning something a lot bigger and are looking for maybe a bigger annexation for the district. So I told them that we were interested in hearing what they had because they have to bring that to us. So there are potential of 2 decent size annexations. Ours is just our property. The other one does have to do with other properties around them. Until we're a little bit further, we'll have that discussion, kind of in an open discussion first. But LAFCO, since our service review with the city, LAFCO and I have stayed pretty close. So Samuel Martinez and Michael Turpay are pretty, 2 of the main executive officers. One's the executive officer, one's the assistant executive officer. Anything, the annexation that we did with LAFCO, we were down there for the meeting. And again, you know, at times the town council from Yucca, Curtis Yakima is on the panel, Don Rao is on the panel. So our area is definitely is part of the LAFCO board, which it's important for us to be there at our own annexation hearings. So,
Anyway, support that.
Yeah, next time you go down, if you got room, I'll go with. I'd like to go down and see what they're talking about.
Me too. Director Arthur?
I've got nothing.
Director Bowden? You been through any LAFCO? You did, okay.
From the other side of the board,
I'm glad to hear that.
from the other board.
Okay, I didn't know, so I thought I'd ask.
I've never been to one of their meetings. If you do go to one, just give me a heads up. I might, if I can work it in, I'll try to.
it's a beautiful room and it's very empty. They were impressed that we were at our LAFCO hearing, although it was a consent calendar item. They were impressed that we were down there for when they appointed Director Bowden because County Board of Supervisors had to be, that was County Board of Supervisors, same building. But yes, next time we have a LAFCO event that we take part in, we did go one year to their yearly, trying to think of, I don't have it. They have a yearly meeting, strategic planning session that we also were maybe one of 5 people sitting in the chambers as the strategic planning session for the year was
The
over.
LAFCO members know me, but they don't know me as James Bowden. They had no idea.
Oh, Larry?
Any other comments? Okay, thank you. Consent, agenda item number 5, consent calendar. Matters under the consent calendar are to be considered routine and will be enacted in a single motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless the board, staff, or the public request specific items to be removed for separate discussion and action before the board votes on the motion to adopt. They include minutes of the regular meeting held on February 25th, 2026 in the audit list. So we're going to need a motion and a second to approve the audit list.
I'll make 'em-
Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, I signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so ordered. Pretty quick, isn't it? Items removed from the consent calendar, obviously there were none. Management reports. We'll start off with maintenance with Superintendent Menke.
Good evening, Board of Directors. The Operation and Maintenance Department performed the following tasks during the month of February 2026. Responded to 50 underground service alerts. We had 4 leak audits, 58 shutoffs, 639 total completed work orders, exercised 237 valves. We installed 5 new services too for the month of February. And there were 1,335 past due bills totaled $9,504 in penalty fees. And if the board has any questions on management report, I'll be glad to answer them.
Any questions for Superintendent Menke?
No?
Okay. Mike, thank
I'll make a quick comment on the shutoffs. Seems like the shutoffs with SB 900 not being able to shut off water for 3 months appears to be going up and up every month, because as we shut people off, and if they're already 2 months behind, more than likely we shut them off the next month. So it is one of our concerns. We try to check in with our shut-off list and approach them to pay more than just the minimum payments so that SB 998 isn't shutting them off. So just remember, with SB 998, we're into the 4th month before we can shut people's water off. It's not, they don't pay for 1 month and we're shutting them down. So with that being said, shut-offs do seem to be trickling up a little bit higher, and there are some people that we shut off almost every month. Along with shutting them off are extra fees associated with turning them back on. So I just wanted to bring that attention, and the 19 services for the fiscal year is a good year for us. 19 new services for the fiscal year, so our impact fees, I'm sure, are reflecting there.
Have we heard anything from Sacramento regarding when the bill will be sunset?
On
998,
on
sunset?
That is not, it's not going to sunset. That's law. SB 998 is here to stay. And it's become easier because we got through the COVID time where SB 998 started, the COVID money where you didn't have to pay bills, and then there was the rainbow that we used to talk about how you pay back your COVID money, we'll call it, or the COVID bills. But SB 998 at this time, we haven't heard anything from legislation that would be changing anytime soon.
Thank you for that. Any other comments?
None.
Yeah, 7.2, water quality, I'm going to assume that Superintendent, you're going to do that one too.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bacteria samples. A total of 40 routine bacteria samples were collected at test points for the storage and distribution system during this past month. All routine and special samples indicated absent for cholera. And I'll move on to water production. The district produced 146 acre feet, which is a 12% decrease compared to the same month in 2013. And 2013 was our baseline standard that we compare it to. And if the board has any questions, I'd be glad to answer any questions.
None from me.
Any
Thank you, Mike.
questions, gentlemen? Mike, thank you again. All right. 7.3, finance. Scott, you're up.
Thank you. Good evening, Board of Directors. Included in packets tonight are financial reports through January. Target budget percentage for this month would be around 58% of budget. Total revenues sitting at 62%, so performing well there, and total expenses 55%, so just under target budget. Everything continues to trend in line overall. A couple lines I'll call out on the detailed P&L, capital impact fees, as Matt mentioned. We're seeing more service connections versus our conservative budget, so that is exceeding targets there. And then on line 12, reimbursed expenses. Generally, that line is only budgeted for well monitoring that we do for the city. We get insurance reimbursements for hit hydrants, recycling revenues, things like that go in there. In the month of January, we had 2 insurance reimbursements received for hit hydrants. With that, happy to answer any questions of the board.
Any questions for finance?
None from me, thank you.
Last meeting, we only had one of those fire hydrants paid out, and we got another one. Is that one?
Correct, it's probably from,
I have them right here. I have the addresses. It was 2195 Adobe and then 2 Mile Road.
So 2 Mile was the one across from the gym, Total Fitness, 29 Fitness, and the one by the casino was hit. And here's the thing about the reimbursed hydrant. We have to come up with a number of water loss. We usually lose a hydrant head and we lose our time with our guys and our material. Staff has to be on those as soon as they're hit to figure out where the insurance lies. There's times where, we send it over to the insurance company because we find out people aren't insured. And luckily, Mike does a great job jumping on these, figuring out where the insurance lies and how we put our claim in, because they will definitely not tell the insurer that they hit a hydrant and there's a utility company going to make a claim. So us getting any kind of money in that reimbursed expense for hit hydrants is a pretty amazing thing. So to see us get 2 in a month is us putting in some legwork that we don't see behind the scenes, calling insurances, making sure that, and I think one of them on Utah Trail told us we weren't getting paid. And we ended up being very consistent and making our phone calls, and we were able to get through. So that's a testament to our staff and staying on those hit hydrants, because there are some cases where we don't get anything once a hydrant has been hit.
Insurance companies typically want to keep that.
Isn't it state law that everybody has to have a minimum of property damage? Or they shouldn't be driving?
The one case in one of the accidents recently was a rental vehicle where the rental company at first was telling us they did not take the insurance because they had some. We ended up getting still a reimbursement from the insurance company, so they can battle with that person on their own. But it is interesting that if we don't jump on these and we let them go a couple weeks, we're out of the loop on where we even stand, because there's also now claim limits, right? So I remember one case, a building got destroyed, our utility got destroyed, and Edison got destroyed. And because there was a claim limit set up for that accident, we only got 63 or 70% of the claim. So there are those cases too where there's not even enough money set aside for that person on a certain accident, where then those 3 people that are out money have to now take a different claim.
Yeah, their policy limits are met, yeah.
and then keep in mind too, the general manager will talk a little bit about theft of hydrants too.
Yeah, and I'll hit about that on our management report, but theft of fire hydrants is happening right now, and it's somebody that knows how to shut off a valve on the main line. And
Theft of fire hydrants?
fire hydrant heads.
Brass.
Yeah, brass heads. We've had
Recycling
dealt
thieves.
with in the last 2 months.
With the watch key.
So this is somebody that knows. We have police reports in on all 3 of them, whether we get reimbursed or we figure out where those heads are. But it creates quite a bit of an issue, including when they don't shut the valve down 100%, and as soon as they get about the 4th bolt off and water doesn't stop.
Yeah.
We wait to get a call in the middle of the night that we've got a leak out in the middle of the desert, and there's a hydrant head that was attempting to get stolen. But this has happened twice where they got away with 2 of them, meaning they were able to get the valve off completely. So there is kind of that stuff going on in the background too, where even with us not getting full brass hydrant heads, I think the average hydrant right now is about $3,000 just for the hydrant head to come in. Not including the manpower and everything that we deal with when we're out there getting everything put back together. So.
Well, they're probably going down south because aren't recyclers required to report?
Yeah.
And you're talking downtown, one right on Adobe and Amboy, and one on National Park. They just turned it off, cut the head right off.
Wow.
And we didn't catch it until we're doing our program, one of them.
Yeah, going out of state or down south.
Amazing.
Can't we tell them that there's more copper in the solar farms?
There is. Tell them that. That's a good one.
All right, the general manager's report.
For the month, a couple meetings that I was able to go to, Coffee with Don Rao meeting. Every fourth Wednesday of the month, there is a meeting with all the local leaders, sheriff's department, fire departments, water districts, city officials. I was able to attend that. Attended the first quarter of the Pelicans Club dinner in Yucca Valley. I was requested to come to the most recent city council meeting with there being a solar project here in the community inside the city limits, just to talk on any water issues that could come up. And I was also asked to speak at a city planning commission meeting on water service as it relates to getting an address in
Address
place
to a
and
parcel.
permits in place. So I was there to speak on that and was also there to speak on the issue with the solar farm or water that could be an issue. District staff is working on preparation getting started for the redundant reservoir project. So the tie-ins to the distribution side are done. We're still working on the treatment plant side because we had to cut out some concrete pathways. And that's what we're doing internal, so the contractor stays away from the two important areas that we don't want them to touch. So that's going on now. The contract's in the process of being legal reviewed and signed, so we should have that signed back in the next week. District did install cathodic protection through a contractor at the Baywood Reservoir, and the second Baywood Reservoir is also looking at cathodic protection. Cathodic protection in a single source reservoir is really important, that the anoid inside the reservoir is getting the corrosive instead of the reservoir getting the corrosive hit. So we are looking at the single source reservoirs in the area, so in our zones, that we're putting cathodic protection to. One did get completed this last month. The public review for our urban water management and our water shortage contingency plan will start April 1st. It will be on our website that we're looking for feedback, and in May, we'll be looking to bring both of those plans back to you guys as the board of directors for approval. Every 5 years, we're doing those plans, urban water and water shortage contingency. Big help from Lorin at KJ, because she's the one that puts that on and helps us with our those two big plans as an urban water supplier. Those are two important plans that we have to do every 5 years.
That's a state mandate.
State mandated plans as an urban water supplier that we do those and have them updated. Currently, we're working on some grant opportunities for Well 11B, the pilot study, and a second one with the city on the salt nutrient management plan that we do jointly with the city. So just wanted you to be aware of those. The new rate change that was approved last month will be in the April's bills for March use, so we approved it. It was for March's water that we'll first see in the April's bills. One of the things that we kind of did internally as a group is we're using InfoSend to send a lot of our billing and stuff out, and now we're to the second phase of using InfoSend to send our delinquent bills out, so that's in the process. In May, we'll start the delinquent bill process, but this has been a process of where we have to go with all our mail, and they tell us, hey, the mail carrier isn't here, and we're jumping through hoops, and we found a company that a lot of districts have been using. So InfoSend has been a big asset that we're kind of getting rid of some of the labor behind the scenes and getting billing out. We do have an internal position in-house going on right now for a bookkeeper, so we are looking internally for a bookkeeper. The district did partake in our yearly emergency response desktop with Gary Sturdivant, where the whole district participated in a desktop event. And previous that morning, the Sims and NIMS 100-700 for new employees was also put on by Gary Sturdivant. So emergency management is still there in the forefront, and we're going to be working on our OEA program through emergency management, another mandated program. But one of the things that, we talk about mandated, unfunded mandated regulations, Mike and I were kind of brought to our attention that we needed to do $21,000 worth of sampling where we have not taken a PFAS or a PFAS hit. The PFAS is the retardants from the fire solutions getting into the public water source. We did take a bunch of samples, showed no detect, and now they're telling us we needed 4 quarters and that we are in the process of figuring out this mandate that was We didn't really receive the first letter. We found out through Clinical Lab that we still needed 3 more quarters. We reached out to the engineer and we need 3 more quarters. But again, when we talk about unfunded mandates, things that probably weren't in the budget that you'll see in the budget this year because it's something we need to plan for. So, and with that being said, just the number of things that we do here at the district to keep moving forward. We've had a month without one of our superintendents and things have seemed pretty smooth. So testament to the teams out in the field and everybody as far as staff, because it doesn't seem like we've skipped a beat in the meantime of us moving forward. So just want to thank staff and everybody for their patience working together. Maybe a management team down. So, and if the board has any questions.
Do we know where the new location is for the solar field? Inside the city limits?
2 Mile Road,
Dumont Road and
across from H Street, Easy Street or whatever.
yes.
Right in that area, just past the church on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, just east of Sunrise, but I will tell you that the city council rejected it 3-1. That doesn't mean that the solar farm can't come back if they do some
If they
things.
go through the state could dictate it and it'll go in anyway.
Yeah, there's a Senate bill.
It's a
There's a
crapshoot.
state bill out.
Because I believe there is one going in on Lear, right around the area of Mason to the east of the existing solar farm. I believe that's going in, of course, that's outside the city.
In the county limits, and the county approved it, and it was very quiet how it was approved. So yes, there is a solar farm going on. The district was made aware when we saw grading going on. Again, a solar farm like that does not require a water service to go in. So right now they are using district water for construction to keep the site wet and water trucks, so they're trucking in water. But at this point, there is no plans to put a service on that block. We haven't seen any plans, and they haven't requested service from us.
Thank you. Any other questions of the general manager, gentlemen?
None from me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Matt. And with that, it brings up item 8, future agenda items and staff tasks, director's comments and reports. Gentlemen?
None.
Nothing.
Okay, then we need to have a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion. to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.